Hello everyone and welcome to the very first episode of FINNVIVOR PALDEA. Now, before we get into it, if you haven't already checked out the cast reveal episode, definitely pause this video and go ahead and check that video out. Don't worry, I'll wait. I'm not going anywhere. Are you done? Okay, good. I hope you actually took the time to go and watch the cast reveal video, because if you haven't seen that, you're going to miss out on some very important context, and you're probably not going to have an idea of who any of these people are. But if you're more inclined to just jump right into the gameplay, I totally understand as well, but I definitely recommend you check out the cast reveal video first. Well, with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get right into the game, shall we? Alright, to start the game off, the players were given instructions. They had to pick their starter Pokemon, either Fuecoco, Quaxly, or Sprigatito. However, no more than 3 players per tribe could pick each Pokemon. Let's check in with Miraidon tribe and see how they're doing on their first day getting to know each other. Alright, challenge time! Weed cat, weed cat, weed cat! So, Mooly wants the kitty. I'll take the duck. Give me the cocoa of the Fuego. Alright, everyone join me, Mooly, or Leona. I like Fuecoco a lot because he is a fire type, and I think it captures the chaotic energy that our tribe has shown thus far. I love all the starters, so I'm down with whatever, LOL. And now we cut to Snowy, who is desperately trying whatever random bot command he can think of to try and unlock the hidden immunity idol. Below you is a command that is absolutely useless to you. However, the first member of the Miraidon tribe to use it will unlock a hidden immunity idol. And then this happens. OMG, did I do good? Oh, the other tribe uses it. You know what? I might just guess. If you are the first person to enter this command, a member of production will give you an idol. If you're not the first to find it, you'll hear nothing. Stop! Finn, did I really just do that? Congratulations, you have found your tribe's hidden immunity idol, the Mystic Water. You can play this for yourself or another player at Tribal Council when production asks if anyone has a hidden immunity idol. Want me to spin a wheel for you? LOL, number random generator. Wheel is more fun though, LOL. True! Okay, I'll get a wheel for Snowy and Alex. Alex, alright, who wants to spin? Because I already spun it. Snowy, Alex? Well, Snowy here. That's your starter. Time for Alex. Alex gets Weed Cat. Good job. Hooray! Autumn is alone, L. So are we each picking our own starters, or are we picking one for the tribe? Oh wait, Leona. Yeah, rude, don't forget about Leona. Gets the queer one. I think we need 3 of each, 1 per person. Very homophobic. Casually got asked for a final 2 with Autumn. Would you say she's currently your number 1 ally? Hard to say. On a personal level, she's my closest ally. On a game level, I'm between her and Leaf, with Leona being a good contender for personal level. Who are you vibing with the least? TBH, Mooly, Alex, and Ari I vibed with the least. I feel like Sam and Chad are pretty easy to talk to when they're around, though. I'm just looking at this and thinking, you really think I'm gonna fucking trust you? For context, Snowy is very sneaky and manipulative. If they really think I'm going to let them get their way this season, they are joking. Question: how did someone win by accident in Season 11? So, jury voted out the winner by voting for them to win. We love Lynn, who did nothing that season, and she voted the winner. Help! I was on jury, it was something. Same here, bestie. So, my tribe is good? I don't know how to feel. I mean, last time I checked, I was one of the people who led the charge against her. You tried to get me out. I did? I was laughing. OMG, I don't remember at all. Okay, so I guess I should start with an introduction. Hi, I'm Mooly, I'm 17, and I absolutely fucking love Pokemon. I've got about 10 different games from the franchise on both my Switch and my DS. I also am rather silly, rather goofy even. So it seems you have a history with Shad. Yeah, one that I completely have forgotten in the years since Season 11. I have history with a couple of people in my tribe. What do you remember? I remember that Leona hosted, I was backstabbed by Alliance members, I think Samuel was there, Chad was there for sure. I've heard of voting bitterly. But accidentally, it was a sad, beautiful, tragic moment. That's goofy! You and Simon and Alien tried to get Eddie on board with your plan to take me out as the second jury member. I heard Cookie! Snowy, how are you hearing Cookie? This is all text. Don't question my methods. Your methods are questioning. Stop questioning my methods. Hello! Just got off work. Let me get settled and then I'll be around. Well, welcome. Oh my god, I think I remember now. Please don't open me. I don't know what that was all about. That face when I hosted that season and it was actually fun. Had one of the best tribals ever. The one where everyone stood up to slurs. So, for context, there was a player on that season who was making some homophobic comments, and I warned him, if you slur one more time, I'm kicking you out of the game. And then he continued to do it anyways. I was about to go kick him out of the game, but then everyone said, hey, you know what? How about we all just vote him out next round, and we're all gonna put pride flags on our parchments. So, I was just like, okay, I'm gonna let this happen. Everyone voted the fucker out, put a pride flag on their parchments, and then when I did my whole tribe has spoken thing, I went ahead and posted the bye pride flag, and then we banned him from the server. It was an absolutely beautiful moment. Alright, so the Koraidon camp all basically starts with Isaac, or King Ike, as he is currently referred to. He just walks in, followed by Alexander jogging in. So yeah, pretty standard small talk. Giannis starts to ask where everyone is from, and they all start to list it off. Isaac is from Dallas, Giannis from Wisconsin Dells, Todd from Eau Claire, Sam is all the way from Canada. Talk about some sports stuff, which is not really in my wheelhouse whatsoever. Alexander, yeah, I love football. The Yankees are my favorite team. Okay, look. Alexander, I'm sorry, but I gotta roast you a little bit, buddy. I know nothing about sports, and even I know that the Yankees are... the Yankees are not football. But anyways, Giannis goes ahead, and I hope y'all beat Boston. I'm a diehard Packers, Badgers, Bucks fan. Yankees play baseball. Finn, how do idols work here? Sorry for the questions. Bot commands. That's all I can say. Below you is a command that is absolutely useless to you. However, the first member of the Moraidon tribe to use it will unlock a hidden immunity idol. She then tries a whole bunch of things and manages to get lucky. Congratulations, if you were the first person to enter this command, a member of production will give you a hidden immunity idol. Congratulations, you have found your tribe's hidden immunity idol, the Focus Sash. You can play this for yourself or another player at Tribal Council when production asks if anyone has a hidden immunity idol. The idol must be played before the votes are read. The last time it can be played is when 5 people remain in the game. On God, Sam found an idol already. Well, didn't find it, but knows who has it. Now, do you think Barbs would use it to save you? Now that's a fun question. I like it. Honestly, I'm not too sure. I'd like to think I can strengthen our relationship enough to somehow get the idol to protect both of us. But honestly, I think she's probably set on keeping it for herself, and that's okay. As long as it protects an ally and is not being used against me. Good morning, Koraidon! Good morning, Ike. Well, first off, first opinions. Isaac. OMG. Fucking hate him. Fake-ass bitch. He voted me out last game in the Big Brother. I was pre-jury. Crime. But I just don't like him. He's smart and he's a big strategic threat. What happens next is an emergency announcement is made early on April 24th, 2023 at about 7:50 a.m. Central Time. And the announcement is that, unfortunately, Echo has decided to leave the game for personal reasons. However, since the game has already begun, we have decided to replace her with a new player. It just so happened someone asked this morning if they could still join. Koraidon, please welcome your new tribe mate, Janice. Finn decided that he felt dramatic and sent Janice to my tribe. Help! Production, send Ep. Although, Janice isn't actually being bad right now. I kind of like him right now. Janice walks in, full Ika Wong style. Everyone says, hello, welcome, well. Sam, oh, that's wow. So as you can tell, Sam and Janice definitely have a bit of a history from last time they played together. Well, the tribes have gotten approximately 24 hours to get to know each other, and just like that, we're about to split them up again. So here's how this first challenge is going to work. The 3 players from each team who picked each starter Pokemon are about to be paired up with the 3 players from the other tribe who picked the same starter Pokemon. Working together as a group of 6, the players must come up with a fake Pokemon, but not just any fake Pokemon. They must come up with a fake Paradox Pokemon of a Pokemon that does not already have one. They will have 24 hours to put together this Paradox Pokemon. That includes making a drawing of the Pokemon, listing what kind of moves it might make, adding a Pokedex entry, giving it some base stats, and basically anything you could think of in terms of Pokemon information. After 24 hours are complete, all of the 3 fake Paradox Pokemon will be sent off to 3 different judges. One who has 0 Pokemon knowledge whatsoever, one who would consider themselves a Pokemon expert, and a random person from the FINNVIVOR hub server. The team that manages to put together the best Paradox Pokemon will win individual immunity at the first Tribal Council, but only if they attend the first Tribal Council. With a guaranteed shot at not being the first person voted out, you can imagine everyone wants this win. So, to start things off, let's check in with Team Fuecoco. We can't talk to our OG tribe? Nope, only folks in here, unless they're also Fuecoco. Yikes. I don't like y'all though. Ah, JK. I mean, I get it. It's just not what I think any of us were expecting. I was most definitely expecting this. I'm gonna retake that line. I was definitely most definitely expecting this. Anyways, I can help with everything except the drawing or design, unless you want my finger drawing on a phone. Y'all, fun fact, I have a Pokemon named Fire Diarrhea. Okay. Well, we need a base Pokemon. Like a normal one? Yeah, the base form on... Also, I think there's more creative possibilities if we do a past form instead of future. How badly do you want this win? Immunity? Doesn't matter. The game? All I need is 9th. Creatively, there's like 2 ways we can go about it. 1, put 2 Pokemon related to each other as a single form, i.e. Iron Valiant, or 2, use something from multiple forms / gender differences. Unironically though, 2 Mawile, while neither of those, unless we count Mega, should be a good candidate, I feel, because past forms and carnivorous plant aesthetic has a lot of potential if we go that way. Love Disc! I like Love Disc! We call it Scary Skills and make it a dark dragon type that's absolutely terrifying. Ooh, Love Disc has potential too. So, the next day it's time to get started on the project. Everyone wakes up and says morning. Sam comes on and says I can do a lot of the description stuff, just not the drawing. Leona, I can't draw, but I can do a lot of the logic, i.e. typing, moves, stats, etc., same as Sam. Autumn, I am not the best artist. Does anyone have a Google Doc started? Good morning, good morning! Y'all, I have no clue what's going on. Sorry I've been MIA. Life was busy yesterday. Where can I help? Okay, so are we doing Love Disc, or does anyone want to do something different? I'm down for whatever, TBH. If we do Love Disc, how are we going to make it our own? Any ideas? I think Jigglypuff IMO, but Love Disc works too, I guess. Ooh, I think we could make a Love Disc from the past, from the Gold Rush, and make it a Heart of Gold. This idea could suck. It could be a rock type. That rocks. Okay. So what's the name of this form gonna be? Golden Heart? I'm looking, maybe Aro Rock, since it would be a rock type, because the periodic symbol for gold is AU. All Paradox forms have split up names though. Like the Gallade future form is called Iron Valiant, the past Amoonguss is called Brute Bonnet. Oh, okay, we could do Oro Rock. Yeah, that works for me. So basically they land on the name of the Love Disc Pokemon that they're going with. What's the concept? What if we made Love Disc into a glass heart? You know, like saying heart made of glass. Well, that doesn't fit into past or future themes. Well, we could make the glass broken, almost like a disco ball. That's futuristic, right? Maybe. Well, we have to settle on one, since time's coming up fast. Mind you, it is now 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They are indeed running out of time very quickly. How do you feel about your starters team? I like my team, but I am noticing that there are a lot of people who are not responding in the chat, and that frustrates me a lot. Let me use an analogy. I feel like this is a high school project where I am feeling like I have to do all the work in order to get a good grade. So the next group we have to talk about is Team Sprigatito. Now this team was booned by the fact that they had Todd on their team. Todd is pretty much a Pokemon expert. What he lacks in survivor knowledge, he definitely makes up for in Pokemon knowledge. So having him on the team proved to be a huge boon. Hello, hey, so is there a type of Pokemon we all have ideas for? I don't understand, how do we make it? Isn't it hard to draw? It will be hard to draw. I suggest that we worry about drawing last and figure out logistics of our Paradoxmon first. Is there a specific Pokemon you all want to do? Giannis just being like, drawing? Not sure he read the challenge description this round. I like the one with the hammer from the new game, Tinkyton. Ooh, a Paradox Tinkyton would be dope. Who's drawing? I don't know. How do we do stats? I'm as confused as a Go-Goat on AstroTurf. Shout out to the Survivor 41 fans there. Most of the actual Paradox Pokemon have a base stat total of 570, while some have a base stat total of 590. I think we should aim for one of those numbers or 580. Tinkyton already has a base stat of 506, so we just need to buff the stats that best suit our design. We also have to think about whether we want to make a past or future form. Good idea. Hello, I'm lit, LOL. Hi, hello! Well, earlier someone had mentioned doing a Pokemon that I think someone else agreed on, Tinkyton. Ooh, I like that. Question, would we be making past or future? That depends. It would probably be easier to make a future considering its looks. Basically an adorable with a hammer. So basically, Kirby evolved. I fucking love it. Okay, who's doing what? We should get started pretty soon. I mean, what are we trying to change it into? I feel like it would be easier to try to make it a robot. Okay, who's good at drawing? I can probably find a template of some sort. Maybe put some Terminator sunglasses on him. I can try drawing, but like, I have school tomorrow. I do too. Then again, the deadline is CST and I am EST. So can we just try and create it and see what we can come up with? Yeah, but we should see what the rest are thinking too. Agreed. I'm gonna start working on it so we have a solid foundation, but if we change the Pokemon altogether, I'm down. Whatever the group thinks. I understand that Mooley wants to take charge and help, but they are blatantly ignoring the fact that some people were already working on an idea. Maybe adding a bit of a suggestion would change the tune. I feel like our group is more of a silent working type. We all want to get the stuff done, but with outside life being a hindrance, it's making the progression and production of our Paradox Pokemon slower. Okay, I added and removed some moves from the list. Also, I know I'm bringing this up a bit late, but I feel like the Pokedex entries should follow the same format as other Violet Paradoxes. But that's a me thing, we can keep ours. Will the judges notice that though, since some of them won't know Pokemon that deeply? I don't think they will, especially if we're judged by Finn's mom. Yes, I did mention that there was a good chance my mom was going to be a judge for this challenge, so not exactly She's calling me right now. Hello, Mom. How's it going? Yeah, I saw that I'm recording right now, but I saw that my phone was ringing. But it was funny. I answered because I was reading a message where they were talking about you. Because remember when you judged that one challenge? Alright, so then basically all they really do is talk about like what moves they're gonna finish up. They put everything together in a doc, and that is about it for Team Sprigatito. Okay, and the final team we have to talk about is Team Quaxley. Now, Team Quaxley was a bit of a, let's just say a little bit of a hot mess. They had some really good ideas, but they weren't so great at putting all of their ideas together. So let's just dive right in here. So, I want to give a Gen 6 or 7 Pokemon a Paradox, as they do not have any Paradoxes. And Gen 8. And Gen 9. I think Gen 9 should get a Paradox as they were introduced in Gen 9, but I'll get a Pokemon from each gen and we can choose what we want. We should do something like what Iron Valiant did. Or a past form Ditto that just sits there because it doesn't know how to use transform. Or a future Ditto where it has been transformed so much that it starts to break and know what it is anymore. And a Pokemon from each type being a part of it. What the I'm not going to retake that line. It's perfect as is. I don't think we should do any future forms. It's so hard to experiment with that stuff. We gotta show all angles. All angles? Like, we say an idea for each Pokemon, future and past. I give this chat 7.8 out of 10. Too much water. Oh, man. I like my tribe a lot so far. Definitely gravitating towards Alexander, Ike, and somehow Sam. I also love Snowy on the other tribe. I just know he's going to be an important player for my game. Sam and Barbs, I was their downfall in second chances, so it's a bit awkward. Unknown, I hardly worked with them on second chances, so it is a bit awkward. Jabari, I helped blindside them on Season 4, so it's a bit awkward. And Leona, I helped crush them on second chances, so it's a bit awkward. Alright, so then Janice pops in, idea, Paradox Zangoose. In a Paradox world, the rivalry with Seviper plus Zangoose is completely lopsided, leading to the extinction of Sevipers, letting Zangoose develop the poison typing, and like, yeah, I don't know. But I think it would be cool to look at rival Pokemon and see a Paradox world where one of them is extinct. That's a good idea. So like, Zangoose would have its tail be replaced with like a Seviper tail, as like saying that the Zangoose beat the Sevipers? That could be cool, yeah, I don't know. We'll see if others like the concept first before discussing other aspects. The worst part about Paradox things are the stupid abilities because they are such an important part of a Pokemon's design, but they just get the same thing. We could also make the Paradox Zangoose a Steel type to give a reason as to why the Zangoose eradicated the Sevipers, as Steel is immune to poison, so like normal Steel, or Poison Steel. Normal Steel is pretty unique type and still has a relation to the OG Zangoose. I have another idea for... another Pokemon. Conkeldurr. Shad is just so full of ideas, but like he has all these different ideas for different Paradox Pokemon they could do, but like he goes from one idea to the next over and over again. A future Spiritomb that doesn't have a crack in it, so it's just a rock sitting around. What if we make the stones his using cannons, and he using on those, like, Roboto Helms with Glassoes? Chad, you gotta learn to type a little better than that, dude. Jesus Christ. Well, a Spiritomb was supposedly punished for something hundreds of years ago. Maybe we can go with what it might have looked like before getting imprisoned. We'd have a lot of freedom with that. Or we could do a Spiritomb, but all the spirits have been released and they have become back to their human selves. And in Legends Arceus, off-screen, the hero of the game finds the rock that tries to close it, but fails and opens it instead, revealing a monster-like muck where all 108 spirits lay together. What? Okay, I didn't get that far in Arceus, but, like, I don't even know what this guy's talking about at this point. Okay, let's all agree on a Pokemon. I think Spiritomb. Future, I can't think of anything for past. Alright, maybe a specific spirit gets released, like a particularly vile one? What if it's like this, and the spirit couldn't find a host to control, so it went to the same place he was released and found a puppet instead of dying right there, it went to control the puppet. Also, I'm assuming we have to make the drawing ourselves? Yes, yes you do. So Ancient Spirit splits off Spiritomb after the seal gets destroyed, merging with the spirits within a Banette and overtaking it. It continues to search for a suitable vessel to restore their original power, having long forgotten their purpose in the pursuit of great power. Samuel comes up with this rough idea of what their Spiritomb / Banette is going to end up looking like, and it seems at this point is when they decided that this was the Pokemon that they were going with after listing off all those ideas. Janice says, "You're such a good drawer. Wow." Chad says, "Isn't that just Mega Banette?" Yeah, it does look a little like it, but we're gonna need something. I still think my Zangoose idea is good, by the way. I would have also been interested in seeing that Zangoose idea. Honestly, I think that would have been a really, really strong entry, but instead they end up going with Shadow Banette. Can they drop the Banette idea? Shad said what I was already thinking. It already looks like Mega Banette. Does Shad even meet the age requirement for Discord? Because he's not acting very 13 plus to me. Okay, so from this point, they spend a lot of time talking about different things like base stats, moves, basically landing on this haunted doll idea of a fake Pokemon. And now they are starting to run out of time. They have all this information, but they don't have it compiled. So currently they're talking about what they're going to name it. Future ones have to be Iron Then something. The picture could fit more into a past form, TBH. Okay, fucked it. A haunted doll. It doesn't really have to be consistent with game lore, not gonna lie. I'm pantsing! We have 9 minutes left. What's the move agreed on? We didn't have a name for it, oh dear god. Let's just do like Phantom Doll. That gets the point across and is in line with the past forms of the IRL game. For the moveset, just get tons of moves normal Banette learns and a few new ones. And they ran out of time, so they posted their Google Doc, and yeah, it was pretty much a shit show to get this thing done on time, but that is it for Quaxley. Well, that about does it for part 1 of episode 1. Thank you all for sticking with me through this. I know it was a long video, but there was just a lot of important stuff to set up in this first episode, and truth be told, I didn't even get to everything yet. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications so that you don't miss the second that part 2 of episode 1 goes out. Trust me, things are about to get wild from this point moving forward, and you don't want to miss a second of it. Also, one more little teaser for what's to come in the next episode. You might have noticed the Amulet description right here. That is because during the Paradox Pokemon, 3 players had the opportunity to earn themselves a piece of the Amulet. If you were paying close attention, you might just be able to figure out who those 3 players were. Comment down below your predictions on who ended up with each piece of the Amulet, and tune in to the next episode to find out if your predictions were correct. That's all I have for you guys for now. Until next time, the tribe has spoken. It's time for you to go.